very good morning to all of you class. Today we will start the 8th chapter of our honeycomb book, which is Fire, Friend or Foe. We all know that fire is very useful for us, but fire is also very dangerous and harmful for us if we are unable to control it or if it gets out of control. So class, in this chapter we will study about the fire, how it is friend to us, and fire, how could it be a enemy to us. Foe means enemy. How fire could be a enemy to us. Now early man, we know that he was not aware of what was fire, but he must have seen the effects of fire, the harmful effects as well as the good effects, the useful effects of fire. Like fire kept the early man warm during the winters inside their caves, and fire, whenever it got out of control, it harmed early man and the other animals which was reared by him. He may not be aware of the cause of fire, but he was at the same time he was aware of the harms or the destruction which fire could cause. Now today we all know that fire is a chemical reaction in which oxygen combines with the fuel in a we know that fire is a chemical reaction where oxygen combines with when a fuel gets in contact with oxygen and it is heated it reach at a temperature from where heat and light are generated. In this chemical reaction where fire takes place, heat and light are released, and thus the chemical reaction causes fire. Now fire requires three things. Three things are required for making a fire, which are fuel, secondly oxygen, and the third thing, heat. So these three things are required to make fire. Fuel is a thing which is being burned. Suppose it may be wood, it may be clothes, it may be paper, or the thing which is being burned. Okay? Oxygen is required for making fire. And the third thing which is required is heat. In cold temperature or something which is cold could not be burned. Okay? These three things are required to make fire. Now, anything doesn't catches fire by its own. The thing would get fire, or the thing would be burned only when it reaches a temperature which is called the flashing point or kindling temperature. So kindling temperature is the temperature at which a fuel starts burning. Means suppose I have a sketch pen and I am putting it this marker, I am trying to burn this marker with a matchstick. It would not catch the fire at the time when I bring the matchstick in its contact. It will take some time, and the time when it reaches its kindling temperature or flashing point, then only this marker will get fire or it will get burned. So the temperature at which a thing or a fuel catches fire, starts burning, is called kindling temperature. Okay? Now somebody has said that fire is a good servant but a bad master. It means if fire is under our control, if we are able enough to control the fire, then it is a good servant. Then it can be very helpful for us. But if the fire is out of control, if it is burning by its own and it could not be controlled by us, then it becomes very dangerous. Right? Now, just like these three things are required for making fire, there are three things which are needed to start a fire. these three things are fuel, oxygen and heat. And if we want to put off a fire, or if we want to finish or cover up a fire, we need to take either one of these out of the fire. Means अगर हम इन तीनों में से कोई भी चीज बाहर कर देंगे या निकाल देंगे, the fire will be put off. Like if we want to put off the fire, the first thing we could take out or take off the fuel. Means if we stop adding woods to the burning fire, slowly when all the woods will be burnt, inside the fire will be burnt, there will be no more fire, right? So the first thing is take out the fuel from the fire. Second, cut the supply of oxygen from fire. Means cover or don't let the oxygen reach the fire. Okay, this is done by putting off or putting a damp cloth or damp blanket or a damp sack, a wet sack over a fire to stop the supply or to cut the supply of oxygen in the fire, and this way we can put off the fire or keep down the fire. Next thing is heat. Suppose we bring down the temperature of a fire by pouring water in it or by blowing cold, lowering down the temperature of that particular atmosphere, we will be able enough to put off the fire. Now, but all the fires, heat, lessening down the heat or bringing down the temperature of the burning fuel. This is done by pouring down cold water or ice in the fire. But all the fires could not be put off by fire. Suppose there is an oil fire, or there is a fire caused because of oil. We cannot pour water in it because oil oil will float on the top of the water, and by adding more water, the oil will spread all over and the fire will spread with it. Secondly, we cannot use water for putting off electrical fires, because if we will do so, we will get electrical shocks. So the best way to put off electrical fires is using carbon dioxide fire extinguishers, right? Carbon dioxide extinguishers are the best way to put off the fire in a electrical fire. So class, with this we are ending up today's session. I'll continue explaining the second part of chapter in our upcoming videos. Till then, what you have to do at home, you have to explain the lines. Fire is a good servant but a bad master. Okay? You have to explain these lines in your rough notebook. Okay, this will not be more than 2 or 3 lines, right? So that's it for today. Thank you and have a nice day.